I'm here with Rae Morris in the O2 Institute in Birmingham ahead of our live gig this evening. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. You
Good.
enjoying Birmingham? Have you been here before?
I have been here, yeah, quite a few times, and I've played in this venue a couple of times as well, supporting various people, and did a headline gig here on the first album tour as well. So it's nice to be back.
Different to Blackpool, though, where you grew up.
Yeah, I guess I don't know Birmingham well enough to say, but I guess firstly it's a city and Blackpool is a small seaside town, so straight away it's pretty different.
Yes.
But I enjoy going to new places and wandering around and yeah.
How does it differ, and what did you enjoy really by growing up by the sea? Because I live down in Kent, so I'm by the sea as well.
Nice. There's something very particular about the air and the seagulls and the sound that they make, and just the freshness. And I think living in London is kind of difficult with the pollution and the chaos. There's something quite sleepy and chilled about a seaside town. So I miss that. But holidays can be by the sea.
Yeah. So you go back there regularly, or?
Yeah, I try to go as much as possible. I've still got my most of my family are there, and I was there actually a couple of weekends ago making a music video there, which is coming out really soon. So that was really fun.
Okay, yeah. So still keeping in with the roots.
Definitely.
Back by the seaside.
Absolutely, I miss it too much. I've got to. Yeah.
You said earlier the air. You can't beat it. There's just something about it.
Definitely, yeah.
But not the smell of seaweed. Obviously, you're a singer-songwriter. So, firstly, do you think it's important that you write your own songs? Because I know, obviously, a lot of the music these days, other people write it, just give it to them and they sing it.
I think that everybody has a really different connection with music. It's important for me to be really involved in the process of writing, and I can't imagine taking a song from somebody and performing it in that way right now anyway. But I guess as a performer there is something really liberating about just concentrating on the performance of a song, and I can see why people do it, and it's just a different focus. I really enjoyed recently that Jessie Ware released that song Midnight, and it was really, really amazing tune, and I think that was a really great example of her hearing a song that was written by somebody else and thinking, I love this, I feel a connection to it, and I want to perform it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, really. Sure. Yeah.
But do you feel like writing the songs you sing maybe helps you connect with others more, or brings out the passion in the song easier?
I'd say so, yeah. And I think that there's nothing more emotional than getting up on stage every night and singing about something that really means a lot to you. Yeah. And I do think that the audience can feel the difference in that, and all of my favourite artists, throughout time have done a similar thing. Yeah.
So back in 2015, I think, in an interview, you talked about getting butterflies every single time you perform and having some sort of ritual to deal with that. Is it still the same today?
I still get a little bit nervous. Yeah, I'm not as nervous as I used to be. I still have rituals. They're always changing, and you can probably see it in front of me. I've got like my steamer for my vocal, which looks suspiciously like a bong, but it's not. And then I've got my thermos flask with like ginger tea and honey in. I just have like a little box full of healthy treats and supplements and stuff, and try and stay well, and that's usually my pre-show ritual.
Okay, good to know, because I was interested to find out what it actually was. Okay, just talk about your first steps in the music industry.
Well, you mentioned Blackpool before. I guess my first thing was learning piano as a kid, and then I started writing when I was about 17, and then I decided to start doing open mic nights. And so I actually went to one for the first time ever and went and watched it because I was too nervous to actually go and perform. I just went to watch and check it out, and eventually got up and did one song that I'd like only just finished writing, and gradually kind of built up a portfolio of like different venues that I go and play at regularly around the Northwest. And eventually I got kind of noticed on MySpace by some labels, and it all kind of spiraled from there, really.
Yeah.
Which was cool.
Brilliant. Yeah. And obviously you did a collaboration with Bombay Bicycle Club. You're on their song Luna.
Yeah.
I think, which was a massive hit.
Oh, yeah.
How was it to collaborate with them?
That was amazing. It was really special. It was a time where we'd been working together a lot and had been touring together. And yeah, they became kind of really good friends and mentors. And yeah, the night that Luna came about was really exciting and amazing, and very memorable.
Yeah. And obviously, your second album came out late last year. That was a 2-year gap between your first Unguarded.
I think it was 3 actually.
3 years.
Yeah, which is terrible, isn't it?
So
what was I doing?
What was sort of the reasoning behind that? And obviously, you talked about your sound changing.
Yeah.
When did you sort of first realise that was what was happening, or what was going to happen?
Well, I guess so. The first record came out in 2015, and then I toured it for the whole of that year. Kind of got back in about October, November, and then thought, I'll have a bit of time to just chill for a sec. But we had a session scheduled in with Friars, so I thought I'll just go and do that and see what happens. And that was actually way more fruitful than I expected, and I was really ready to be writing again. So we kind of started that process then, and then used the whole of 2016 to write and to travel and to make the music. And then the whole of 2017 was kind of preparing for that record to come out. So it was doing all the artwork and preparing the videos and things like that. So it just takes a long time, and it wasn't kind of, okay, I'm going to have like 3 long years off. It just went by in a flash, which was...
Okay, so it wasn't thoughts of stopping or wondering what to do next, it was just making sure...
It was constant. Yeah, it was really straight into it, and I kind of wish I'd have gone on a little holiday when I could have. But no, it was a really special time, and with regard to the music changing, that just all happened really naturally and was all part of the... I think having that time was why the music was able to progress and change.
You've been using Instagram quite a lot and Twitter to have a sort of Q&A with your followers. I think off the new album, you sort of put posts up about this track, ask me anything about it and I'll tell you. Do you think the ability for social media to do that is good to connect with your fans?
Absolutely, yeah. And I particularly love Instagram for being able to speak directly to people and feel like you have a connection there. And it's amazing the questions that you get asked by people, because they're really thoughtful, really considered, and it actually is insightful to me as someone who's written the tunes to kind of understand how someone's interpreted them. So I love Instagram. I'm on it all day long, basically.
I think the one that stood out to me as I was looking through the questions was someone asked whose cat is meowing in the Do It video.
Yes.
And should they get a credit? And it was a Snapchat filter or something.
Yeah. So the cat, basically the cat is in the tune of Do It, and it sounds like it kind of goes meow, 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 meow. And someone thought it was a cat, which is fair enough, but it actually, when we were in the studio making that tune, it's so loud in here, isn't it? Wow. So when we were in the studio, I basically was filming myself on Snapchat, and you can do the reverse thing.
Rewind feature.
So I sang along and then reversed it, and then it sounded really cool. So we imported it into the audio of the track. So yes, that was
quite a good insight into such a simple thing. Like everyone has Snapchat can actually make it into some sort of thing that's really popular.
I might try and find that little video and post it. That'd be quite cool.
That'd be very good. One of the songs off the album, Somewhere Out There, has obviously hit quite a chord with a lot of listeners and sort of moved people and been quite powerful. How does that make you feel as an artist, that you can sort of, move people and have a song that's so powerful that people can relate to it and message in saying, this has sort of hit a tone with something I did? It's
really surreal, actually, and it's hard to kind of fully understand the connection that people make with something, because obviously I have a relationship with that song myself, but you can't ever really truly understand how much it means to someone else.
Sure.
But it's really magical, and I've always said, since this song was written, it feels bigger than me and kind of bigger than Friars, who I wrote it with, and it's kind of like our combined efforts made something that we weren't quite expecting.
Yeah.
And it feels like a kind of classic old tune that's existed for a long time, and exactly. I like that. It kind of puts me back in my place and makes me realise that music is more powerful than the people that are actually performing it.
I believe you did it for Greg James for his Gregathlon recently.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we went up because we were playing in Glasgow the other night, and we actually took a helicopter to Fort William, which was crazy. It was so rock and roll for a sec, and then back to reality after that. But yeah, it was perfect actually with the whole theme of sport relief. It fit really well about the promotion of having a conversation with people and making sure that you reach out to someone if you need help in any way, and it does fit really well with that as a song.
Do you have any song that you've listened to in the past that have sort of struck a tone with you? Something that you can pinpoint?
Yeah, so many tunes really, but I think when I first heard Unison by Björk, I was quite old actually, it wasn't that long ago. I actually weirdly heard a cover of it by someone, and so it wasn't even about Björk herself. It was about the song, and I just couldn't quite believe it. And I think that's always my go-to track for like resetting and recalibrating. If I'm ever like losing my mind over something, just remember,
pop it on and chill out. Yeah, brilliant. Back to Instagram again. There's a photo on there that you describe as your happy place. I think it's you've got a piano, and then I think 2 rows of EPs up. I don't know. Yes. I don't know if it was an ad or not.
No, I don't think it was an ad, unless it was. I did do something with Barbara around that time, but it wasn't like. I guess maybe it technically was an ad, but it was genuinely the piano in our flat, and all the everything in that space was my happy place. I wasn't lying about that, but yeah, that's no longer there, that flat, which is quite sad.
Okay.
But
what I was interested to know was, is it as tidy as that normally?
Oh yeah, no, God no, never.
Okay.
Particularly like piano areas, they get so messy with notebooks and just
because it looked like everything was perfectly in place, and obviously generally students aren't that tidy at all.
No way.
So it was interesting. When you've been touring and gigging, can you tell us the most embarrassing thing that's happened?
Oh, most embarrassing thing that's happened. I've done weird things. Like I remember once getting out at a festival I think it were in Canterbury.
Oh yeah.
And it was some sort of, that's quite near you, right?
Yeah, that's near home.
There we go. I can't remember what the festival was called, but Emenike was there, that guy.
Okay, yep.
And he's so nice, and we've spoken before. And we said hello when we both arrived in our separate vehicles. And then later in the evening, I saw him, and he was waving, so I waved back, and I was like, hey, like waving back, because I think he's quite cool. And he was waving at someone behind me, you know, like because he'd already said hello to me, he didn't want to say hi twice. But I did that awkward thing of waving at him, and he was like, oh, that's awkward.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can relate to that. I've done that a couple of times.
It happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oof. I'm sure there are other things, but right now I'm blanking, and I'm quite glad about that, actually.
We got an easier one for the final one. And Warwick University is sort of famous for its geese attacking people.
Oh, wow.
So apparently what the students want to know is, would you rather face an army of human-sized geese or an army of geese-sized humans?
Whoa.
Big question.
Human-sized geese or geese-sized humans? Well, I think actually the size of geese is actually kind of what's dangerous about them, because they can get you from beneath, can't they?
Sure.
And break your arm or whatever. Well, is that swans that break your arm? You know, people say don't go near swans, they'll break your arm. Anyway, I don't know. I think geese-sized humans would be my. That would be my.
Yeah.
That would be my answer. I love them. I love those creatures. They're gorgeous.
They do get quite aggressive
Do they?
on campus.
What do you have to do to keep them away?
I think most people just run. But I think it's made the Daily Mail or something about the geese attacking the students.
Whoa, crazy. Stay safe out there.
Yes.
Warwick Uni.
Exactly. But yeah, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Obviously, you've got Bristol, Brighton, and London coming up in next week.
Yes.
To finish off your tour, and then some rescheduled ones.
Yes.
Later on in the year. I'm really looking forward to tonight.
Thanks so
much.
much.
Thank you.